Okay, Panzer J back, and we are up to turn number 9, July 1940, in Operation Live and Let Die. This is going to be 9.1, Germany's turn. If you guys have been following the war, things have heated up quite a bit in the last couple of turns. So before I get to Germany's turn, a couple of things. Corrections or questions for you guys. So the first correction was Madman Dan pointed out that this German sub that I had gained because of the Vichy rolls has to go back to a home naval port. So it's not able to go to that port in France. So I'm just going to go ahead and move that all the way up here into C zone 13 outside of West Germany. So that's that. Second thing was brought up in Fighting Irish's last video was he didn't think that I could place all 3 cavalry down in this medium factory in Bohemia. Now, obviously, medium factories do produce up to 3 units a turn, but he thought that because it's not part of Germany's home country that you only can place 1 unit per turn. So that is technically correct. I'm not sure exactly. Bohemia was obviously annexed, and it was actually incorporated into the Reich prior to the outbreak of war. So I'm not sure if that, kind of negates the 1 unit outside of the home country. I'm not sure exactly. I don't think I've ever replaced that medium factory with a minor when Germany annexed it. So I'm not sure exactly on that one, but I like to err on the side of helping out my opponents rather than doing something that gives me any kind of an unfair advantage. So if you guys know exactly, is that medium factory in Bohemia supposed to revert to a minor, and then Germany only can place 1 unit per turn? For now, I'm going to take the 3 cavalry I put down in Bohemia, and they're going to be placed down in East Germany. Now, they can move this turn because they were purchased last turn. So for now, I'm just going to move them into East Germany, but let me know what you guys think. Should that medium factory in Bohemia be a minor and produce just 1 unit a turn, or keep it as a medium and it can produce 3? So just let me know what you guys think about that. And then the last thing was based on Fighting Irish's last video. He attacked, the United States attacked Vichy in the North American, South American zones. So he was implementing the Monroe Doctrine, which says the U.S. has the right to go ahead and engage with any foreign power that is in that portion of the world. But if you read the Vichy rules governing Vichy, it says Vichy can only ever attack Free France. Vichy will align with Germany if Vichy is attacked by the Allies or the Comintern. So I think that Vichy has aligned with Germany now, but again, let me know what you guys think. That's obviously a big difference, Germany controlling Vichy as they do now, as opposed to having them aligned to them. So I'm not going to do anything with any of the Vichy units this turn. So I probably would do something with them this turn. So I'm going to just leave this out here for my opponents that if Vichy has aligned with Germany now from the U.S. attacks, that I reserve the right to be able to move the Vichy units here on a subsequent opponent's turn, just because there are things I would do with several of the units if I'm able to. But again, I don't want to mess anything up and err on in favor of myself, so I'm just going to leave the Vichy units where they are for now. So that's everything pre-German turn I wanted to get out of the way. So now we're on to our tech roll. So Germany gets 5 tech rolls. And we have got to start having some luck here. We have been seriously unlucky really across the board for all the Axis powers. So let's go ahead with advanced artillery, which is at stage 3, advanced mechs at stage 3, long-range aircraft at stage 2, wartime economy stage 3, and we'll go with improved factories stage 2. So those are going to be our 5 rolls. So let's go ahead with advanced artillery first, 7 or higher, and we got a 12. So we completed advanced artillery. Now advanced mechs, and we got a 5, so that doesn't cut it. Long-range aircraft, 7 or higher, and we got a 9, so we move up there. And wartime economy, 7 or higher. That's the one I really wanted. Of course, I didn't get it. And finally, improved factories, a 6. That doesn't cut it. So we got a whopping 2 out of 5. You know, if I could get any of this good luck that my opponents seem to be getting, it would be helping out tremendously. So we're at stage completion on advanced artillery, and then advanced mechs, long-range aircraft, wartime economy still at stage 3. So, oh well. Par for the course with the way this game's going for the Axis, I think, at least in terms of the rolls. Both the rolls for myself and the rolls for my opponents. Absolutely horrible. Okay, so now on to purchases. Germany had $66 to spend, so they're going to go ahead and spend 62 of it and save 4. So what they're going to buy is 5 medium armor for 30. 5 infantry for 15, so that's 45. Then this one is the one free infantry they get from Spain, so we're still at 45. 3 cavalry for 9, so that's 54. And then a air transport for 8, that's 62. So that is the $62 Germany is going to spend this turn. So now on to combat. We do have a couple of combat moves. So I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 subs in C Zone 22. One of them is going to come down 1, 2, 3 and kill off that French transport. The other one is going to come down 1, 2 and convoy this British line that's at 6. So we'll roll for that in a minute. Then over here, this sub that I got from the Vichy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and convoy that line of 5. So we'll go ahead and roll for that. And then we're going to finish off the Poles, or the British as they are now. So in this Polish territory that starts with an L, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, there's a militia. So we're going to send 5 infantry and 2 artillery into that territory. And then in East Poland, we are going to send a mountain infantry, a regular infantry. This fighter is going to go 1, 2 and make it. This fighter in Bohemia is going to go 1, 2 and make it. Okay. So those 2 fighters are in the battle as well. And also the one country that I can go ahead and annex this turn is going to be Bulgaria. So Germany will get that as well. And that is going to be it for combat movements. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some die for that. And again, I forgot to get different colored 6-sided die for the convoy rating. So I'll have that straightened out for the next turn. I continue to forget. I kind of get excited to get into Germany's turn, I guess, and forget exactly what I'm doing sometimes. Okay, so the combat down here, just kill off this defenseless transport. So Nothing really going on there. So for this convoy rating, we've got a single sub with a +2 modifier for Germany. Okay, so Germany rolls a 5. Okay, the British with no modifier rolls a 2. So $3 the British lose off of that convoy line. So -3 IPP for the British. Then this convoy line here is worth 5. So again, a +2 for Germany, and they get an 8. And the British roll a 2. So that's +6. 5 is the maximum. So they lose an additional 5 IPPs. Okay. So not too bad for Germany when it comes to the convoy rating. So now over here in East Poland, you've got 2 fighters, a regular infantry, and a mountain infantry against an infantry. So my 2 fighters at 6, and we got a 3 and a 5, so they're going to hit. So now his infantry return at a 4 gets a 6. So no casualties suffered there. So we'll take that British soldier, if I can grab him, off the map. And up 1 for Germany, down 1 for UK. Then over here, we've got 2 towed artillery pieces and 5 infantry. So we get 2 first strike with our artillery. And we miss on both of those. Okay. Then the 5 infantry, 3 of them will attack at a 2, and 2 will attack at a 3 because of pairing with the artillery. So let's do the 3 2s first. And we did get a 2 over here. So we hit. And the militia is a 2 in return. And it rolled a 3, just missed. So no casualties there for Germany either. That territory wasn't worth any money, so nothing there. I'll go ahead and replace those roundels with German ones. So Germany is going to altogether go up $2, $1 for Bulgaria and $1 for East Poland. Okay, so let's go ahead and move them up over here. So they go to 48, and the British lost 1, so they should be down to 27. Okay. So now we have non-combat moves. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and there was a lot of non-combat moves, so let me just try to remember everything exactly. Okay, so we have 4 medium armor in Paris, which are going to be railed to Warsaw. So 4 medium armor are now in Warsaw. Okay. That's it for rail movement. Then we are going to pull these 7 medium armor in Aquitaine. They are going to pull back 1 space to, if I can get them right, they're going to pull back to Paris. Also, the 3 self-propelled artillery in Aquitaine pull back to Paris. The self-propelled artillery in Normandy pulls back to Paris. The self-propelled artillery in Picardy is going to go 1, 2 to West Germany. The towed artillery in the Netherlands pulls back to West Germany. The 3 light armor in the Netherlands pulls back to West Germany. I'm going to have the 3 cavalry in East Germany go 1, 2 to East Prussia. I'm going to have the 2 infantry in Hungary pull back to Austria. I'm going to have the 2 infantry in Berlin go to West Germany. I'm going to have the 3 cavalry in Alsace-Lorraine, 1 to Bavaria, 2 down to Austria. I'm going to have 1 fighter and 1 tactical from Berlin fly 1, 2, 3 to Warsaw. And I believe that's everything. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that's it for these ships are going to stay here. So that's it for non-combat. I just got to fly the 2 fighters back, and they each moved, I believe, 2 spaces. So they're going to fly to Warsaw. So they fly back to Warsaw. Okay. And that should be it for non-combat movement. And I'll recap here in a few minutes once I put down my new units what exactly is in what territory for my opponents. So now on to unit placement. We're going to go ahead and grab first our 5 medium armor. And all 5 of those are going to go down in East Germany. Then we've got the 5 infantry we purchased. Those are all going in West Germany. Then we've got our 1 infantry that has to go in Berlin, and an air transport that we purchased is also going in Berlin. And I'll chip some of this stuff out too when I get a chance after the video. And then finally, our 3 cavalry. And again, if it's determined that I can place 3 units in Bohemia, I reserve the right to possibly change this once you guys get some kind of clarification on that. But for now, we're going to put our 3 cavalry in Bavaria. Okay. So that's it for unit placement. And then also one thing is I'm not going to go ahead and do the recruitment roll for Vichy on a 1 or a 2 right now, because again, I'm not sure if they are just simply controlled by Germany, which in that case they get the recruitment roll, or they're aligned, which in case they don't. So that's another thing I'll have to possibly do depending on what you guys think the situation with Vichy is. Okay. So now on to just a recap real quick of what's where. So in Paris, we have 4 self-propelled artillery and 7 medium armor. In West Germany, we have 7 infantry, a self-propelled artillery, a towed artillery, and 3 light armor. In Bavaria is 3 cavalry. In Austria is 2 infantry and 3 cavalry. In Berlin is an infantry, a fighter, 3 paratroopers, and 3 air transports. In East Germany is 5 medium armor. In East Prussia is 3 cavalry. In Warsaw is 3 fighters, a tactical, and 4 medium armor. In this northern Polish territory that starts with an L, which I can't pronounce, is 5 infantry and 2 towed artillery. In East Poland is a mountain infantry and an infantry. And then in Bulgaria, which I'll switch those colors out, will be 2 infantry and 1 cavalry. So that should be the end of Germany's turn. Oh, we just got to do collect income. So we're at $48. Okay, we saved 4, so that's 52. And then we have just the 1 bonus with Sweden. So that's worth $3. So that should be $55 Germany has to spend on turn number 10. Again, very interested with the comments to see what you guys think about that factory in Bohemia and with what's going on with Vichy. Let me know. I'll see you guys here for Japan 10.3.